do have something in mind, and it goes to our chief and his comments that what he made in the opening remarks, which were very prolific in his statement to him being involved with the Constitution Convention in '99. So then he would know that in the Article 7, Section 9 of the Constitution states that the principal chief may cause to be formed and operated trusts, the beneficiary of which shall be the Cherokee Nation, and these trusts shall be granted such powers as provided by law for public trusts. Authorization for these trusts, however, must be approved by a majority vote of the council. When did these discussions and when did this agreement ever come before the council's vote?
How is this a trust would be maybe my question.
Because it's the laws of the Cherokee Nation that are faithfully executed by the principal chief.
Mr. Speaker, if I could, having been a delegate so many years ago, my memory might be a little rusty, but my knowledge of the law is reasonably sharp on this subject. The provision that he refers to is wholly irrelevant to the constitutional position of the elected chief of the Cherokee Nation to engage with members of Congress. If you took his statement to its logical conclusion, there would be no circumstance under which I could have a meeting with Senator Langford, a meeting with the governor, a meeting with the attorney general, and lay out expectations for that meeting or for future legislation. Had the councilman his logic held when we attempted to get the Stigler Act fixed, which we did, down to the 11th hour, mind you, with a great team on board, including Sarah Hill and Kim Hehe, perhaps we could have stopped the Congress and asked them if we could call a council meeting. And the Congress of the United States would have said, we're doing our legislation. It's irrelevant. It's important. It's important for what it means. It's not about establishing a trust, an institution, an entity. This is about whether the chief of the Cherokee Nation, elected by the people of the Cherokee Nation, the Attorney General, unanimously supported by every sitting member of this council, has the authority to do their constitutional job. So with all due respect to the council, there has been an ethics charge against my Attorney General, there has been a questioning of my commitment to sovereignty, and now there's been a questioning of my violation of the Constitution. And I want to tell you emphatically, Mr. Speaker, every one of those things is wrong and it's inappropriate. Whatever.
Speaker, it's not inappropriate whenever I'm specifically reading the Constitution. If you felt that was something I was charging you with, I would have directed it as a charge. I was simply asking about the method that you went to go and authorize, expressing that you made an agreement on the Cherokee Nation's behalf whenever there was never a law placed for you to do so. I agree with you, Chief, that you can go speak to all these senators. You can make proposal ideas with them of what to do. However, when you go explicitly state that we're going to make this agreement on behalf of the Cherokee Nation, and that's the reason why the citizens outside, the thousands of citizens have called in, the thousands of citizens and legal-minded experts have voiced their concerns about an agreement in principle. That's all I was trying to ask was how did you get that authority to make the agreement?
Your suggestion, Councilman, let's be plain. And this suggestion, by the way, could have been made in the conference call that you did not attend. It could have been made in any number of opportunities you had to contact me, which you did not, unlike your colleagues. But let's be clear. You're not simply asking the question. You're making an implicit indictment. I've got eyes, I've got ears, and every one of your colleagues does. I've not violated the Constitution. You're misreading the Constitution. Your legal counsel may want to give you advice, and he may agree with you. But I can tell you I know the Constitution, and so does my Attorney General. So this insinuation that I have violated the Constitution is wrong, and I'm going to push back on it every single time.
Speaker, I keep wanting to say that he thinks I'm insinuating, and I would like to hear from our legal counsel on this.
We're going to move on first. I'm giving everybody an opportunity to speak here.
And we were just discussing about what I was speaking about.
Yeah, but we're going to move on. You've asked.
That's fine, and we'll come back around.
Yes, Councilor.